why is it just a regular season game? I mean, you got.
Why is it? What is this?
Why is it just? I'm asking.
But what is it though?
Well,
what are we in right now?
Regular season.
There you go.
No, but you got two-time champs. It's on TNT. I mean, this doesn't happen every night.
What are we at? Where are we at?
Game 23.
Of what?
82.
Of what?
The regular season.
There you go. Good answers.
But I mean, is it easy for you to kind of just put it in that box?
That's good answers. Next question.
What have you liked about how you guys have played Golden State? You only see them twice a year. What have you liked about how you've played them over the last couple of years?
I don't think we beat them in a long time, to be honest with you. So I don't like the way we played them.
You've been close though. Like
I mean, we have opportunities. We've always had to run and come back and make runs and fight back and claw back. But you know, like I said, they're two-time defending champs. They got 3 out of the last 4 championships. They're really, really good. They're not at full boat right now. You know, no Steph, no Draymond. You know, it's a different team. You know, we understand that. So that makes it, you know, a little bit different team.
Do you look forward to this stretch of, like you got it with Memphis, you're going to get it a little bit tonight, you're going to get it in the future, of teams that are kind of tougher than the teams you've played so far? Is that an interesting way to find out how you guys can escalate?
Honestly, I feel like, you know, they say whatever. The teams that we play in the NBA, they're NBA teams. They may have records that aren't above 500, but they're really still NBA teams. So, you know, they're still opponents that we have to beat and go into on the road and play and win games. So, you know, we got a tough challenge ahead of us tonight. You know, we got a team that knows what they're doing. They're going to come in and ready to play. You know, we know what they're going to do, and we just got to go out there and be prepared to do what we do.
Yeah, aside from guys making shots, is there anything stylistically that's behind your increased assistance here?
No, guys making shots.
That's it?
Yeah,
That's simple.
that's simple. That's what an assist comes from. You got to throw the ball, they catch it, they score it. It's an assist.
Quickly.
No, that had to be quickly. It's, you know, they make the shots.
But players and teammates and coaches of yours will say you're playing a little bit differently, but starting maybe a little bit closer to the center court line to get driving to create space. Does that create assist opportunities?
I just feel like we're doing a good job of screening and making shots and taking the opportunities that are there.
How much freer do you feel now?
Huh?
How much freer do you feel now? Comfortable to take deep threes?
I've taken them before. I've been taking them for years now, and you know, just shoot them. If that's your range, then shoot it. Who cares? Wherever it is.
Have you had that range for a long time?
Haven't
used it in games?
How many times have you seen me make a long three?
You didn't used to take it.
I still don't take them now. I take them when their opportunity, you know, is there. Shot clock, you know, catch and shoot. There's shots that are available, then I take them. You know, teams, the way guys play me, sometimes you got to shoot the tougher shots.
But you've had that in your arsenal before, right? Like,
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, Bruce, I believe so.
Are you pulling up from deeper to shoot that pull-up three than you might have last year?
No, I feel like wherever the opportunity is, you know, I feel like I'm looking for my teammates first, and if the opportunity is there to take a shot, I take the shot. Honestly, it is what it is. Wherever it is on the floor, I mean, it's going to be a shot that if I take it, I make it. It's a good shot. If I miss it, then everybody's like, why you shoot it from so far? So it's a make or miss lead. It's a 50% chance it's going to go in my head. More than that, but in my head. But, you know, it is what it is.
Kyle, that becomes more the norm for a lot of guys around the league, a lot of teams.
I think just the way the game is, you know, you got some tremendous shooters out there, so guys are picking up guys a little higher. But that just opens the floor up a little bit more. You know, you can prove you can make them from that far. It just opens the floor up a lot more for everybody else.
Does 2 or 3 feet make a difference? Like if your toes on the line versus
Me?
3 feet back? Yeah.
Well, and then make a difference of what?
In your confidence in the shot. Like,
No.
Because I mean, it
No.
would seem to be right. Like I mean, it is
I mean,
a longer shot.
that's what you think. That's
I'm
what
asking.
you might feel. That's why I said. That's why I said no. That's why I said no. It doesn't make a difference, to be honest.
Just open is better.
Just open is take the shot.
Why do you feel more comfortable taking that shot? Because if you've always been able to make it, the way the league works now, there's more guys taking deeper threes. Steph was the guy who first started taking them at a high volume, but LeBron does it, Dame does it, you're doing it. When did you start to feel like that's a shot that is just a part of a game? Right? Like, because you didn't used to do that as much.
Games changed. The game, guys are picking up guys a little higher, and the game is forced out a little bit further, and sometimes you got to take the further shots. And, you know, it's not that it hasn't been there, but, you know, the game has changed. It's a little bit more space. The guys are picking up defensively a little higher. So you got to take the shots that are there if they're available for you.
With guys that are as good as Kevin Durant, like, how do you, is there a way to neutralize them, or do you just kind of hope they have an off night?
Just, you know, go with the game plan and try to make sure you stay locked in. Don't give them easy ones. Make them work for everything. A guy like that, these guys, scorers in the league, they're going to get their points. They're going to get their buckets. You just got to make them work a little, you know, make them work harder on both ends of the floor.
Did you watch much of Houston and Golden State last year in the conference final?
I love basketball, so yeah, I watched a lot of it.
Like, that was as vulnerable as we've kind of seen Golden State. Were there any lessons you can kind of take about how Houston played them in that series?
That was last year. That was last season. Mm-hmm. Sorry. You know, that's the way they played. It's not the way we played. That's how that went. Guess what? They still won it all.
Mm-hmm. Don't play Draymond and Steph.
Probably neither. Somewhere in the middle of those two. Like right in the middle of them. You just got to play the game, right? I guess the only comment I would say is I would be disappointed for our fans that want to see those guys. I would say that not for ours, but for any place these guys go. They're certainly star attractions around the league. They're the Beatles of the NBA, right? In every city they go to, and it's you know, we want to see them playing, right? Nobody wants to see those guys hurt. We want to see their talents on display.
To that end, Nick, Kyle was just in here very colorfully saying that it's just game 23 of an 82-game schedule, but is it easy for you guys to look at it that way, or is it a bigger occasion whenever you play on a setting like this?
I think it seems my expectations were that it was going to seem like a lot bigger, so it seems like it's easier to just take it. Maybe it's just because of the circumstances and where we are, and again, one of the things that I kind of I don't know, I reflect on today is like the games are just keep on coming so fast. Like, I can't believe we're on game 23, right? And you really you don't really going to enjoy much, and you don't have time to feel sorry for yourself because it's just one after another. After, you know, it's just like we're gonna play tonight, we're gonna get on a plane and go to Cleveland tomorrow. I mean, it just keeps on coming. So you just got to kind of treat them like they're, you know, a win over anyone equals one win over anyone else, and that's really all that matters this time of year.
Is that feeling different one share over, like just how this season goes?
Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah.
Is it good that you're heading into a stretch of the schedule where you get kind of, on paper at least, escalating challenges, right? Like in terms of a tougher schedule, tougher teams. And does that help you find out a little more kind of what years you have?
I think so, but I think as well too, now that again we've been through 20+ games, is that each game presents a challenge anyway, right? I know you say, oh, any night anything could happen, but the record a team supposedly has or coming in, I mean, we get a lot of best shots too. So I don't think it's as big a deal maybe as we think. Oh, you know, like, I don't know, winning at Utah without Kawhi on the back-to-back was a huge win. All of a sudden it's not, you know, because they're under 500 or whatever. You know, I just think that each game, depending on where you are at the moment, presents challenges. This game tonight is a tremendous challenge. They have got, you know, two of the best players in this league still playing, right? And their role guys are playing so good right now. You know, they found some chemistry with these guys, and they've, you know, their role players are just playing so hard and so well and crashing the glass and, you know, literally selling out, you know, and while KD and Clay do all the scoring, right? So they found, like, this team that they've got now, they found a best way to play. And so that, you know, presents another challenge for us.
Just more like those guys missing shots, those guys not getting to their spots.
KD's a little harder than maybe some of them because he kind of does a lot of it on his own, right? So he's just going to bring the ball up the floor, look in the eye, and shoot it, right? So it's not like there's a screen. You say, well, why didn't we blitz him? Well, there was no screen to blitz with. Or why didn't we do switch out on it? Well, he's just coming down and look. Like I said, he's not even looking you in the eye. He's kind of looking at the top of your head usually, and shooting because he's so long. But so he presents a problem there, and Clay is like there's nobody better at moving off the ball than him. There's nobody better. I mean, he is in constant motion. He's strong and physical. He starts well, and he needs a millisecond to get it off when he does come off. I mean, and like, he's a little bit like, well, when he's guarded, he may shoot better, right? The more challenged he is, the more he seems to make them. So, you know, you just got to, again, you know, with all these guys, like, can we make them work? Can we eat into them? Can we send 4 or 5 different defenders at them? You know, and can we eat into them over the game? And hopefully we can be great at challenging and not make too many mistakes in coverage and just put in a honest 40 minutes of work on them, because that's how many minutes they're going to be out there. And then the chips fall what they may. If we do that, then we come out of the game, you know, with our heads held high.
When you say making them work, you mean make them work on the other end too? Take some of their legs out?
Yeah, I think so, but not. You know, I don't really do that very much. Right? I don't come out and say, hey, let's make this guy work on defense. Now, if there's some matchups we like or whatever, you know, for us, we kind of come into the game as equal opportunity, right? And we know how it goes. The ball gravitates to our normal guys who it gravitates to, and then through the course of the game we may see something that we go to, or you know, and you guys have seen that, you know, we play and well then we finally figured out the other night in Memphis that ball screens was what was getting Kawhi open. You know, the post-ups were tough, the ISOs were tough, but the high angle balls, you know, so you know we got to work at that throughout the course of the game, so that probably doesn't factor into it. I'm just more like they shouldn't be very relaxed very often. Even if they're jogging up the floor, somebody should be breathing heavy on them. You know what I mean?
Outside of Clay and Durant, what's the next thing you think you really got to be cognizant of to make sure that to get them out doing well?
Individually, for it's way more of a collective thing. Like I just said, like probably 60+ shots going up between Clay and KD tonight, and the rest of those guys are just, I mean, it's like they're just putting it into overdrive and flying to the rim to try to get the rebounds, right? So that's a really big thing. Can we, again, be attentive enough to that? Can we be physical enough to that? Can we chase down the long rebounds and the 50-50 tip arounds? Because that's what those guys are doing really well, giving them extra possessions. And just individually, like, you know, Livingston's a guy to me that seems like he comes in there and scores 8 straight for him or something. You know, keep them ticking over in the middle part of the game, and we've got to watch him and watch our matchups with him. And good shoots over. If you don't have size on him, he's going to shoot right over, and you're going to make every one.
Nick, you guys were bottom 5 in defensive rebounding the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Since you guys are just outside the top 10, are you seeing more of the things that you want to see? I know you mentioned using speed to be quicker to the ball.
Yeah, we put in this defensive rebounding drill a couple weeks ago, and it's really helped us. Yes. I mean, I think so. We've tried to look at why it has happened, why the long it's a lot of long rebounds that we're not chasing down, and really it's like finishing possessions with some conviction, right? You know, we've worked our butt off and we've made them take a tough shot and contest it, and then we kind of exhale there a little bit, and then we're having to work our tails off again, right? When we got to work just a little bit harder for another second or two, and then we won't have to get back into our defensive stance for at least a possession. So, and it's foot race and chasing them down and anticipation. There's a lot of things that we've started to do a little bit better, and I think we've still got a lot of room for growth in that area too.
You kind of got your bench going again last game. A lot of that was Fred, obviously.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when you look at the bench struggles, how much of it is just there's no Pascal there, and that's a big absence?
I think that's a factor, no doubt, right? And like we talked about, I think a couple games ago, that I have been subbing him a little bit early to try to get him back in there. It hasn't worked out very well, just for circumstances, which is what always happens, right? All your plans always end up getting when the ball goes up. But go ahead.
Are they trying, like Fred mentioned this the other night, like, is it almost like they're trying to recreate what they had last year when you can't recreate what you had last year?
Maybe. Like, I get mad at my coaches when they keep saying that. Well, last year that team did, and I'm just like, it's different people. It's, like, well, they're living last year for. Has really nothing to do with it. This group's got to create what they can create. And again, I think it's just, I'll take some onus on it. I've jumbled up that group a lot. I continue to do it. They've got to find a better rhythm offensively, and to me that means they need to pass the ball a little bit more, right? They need to let the offense score rather than individually trying to score. And forget all that, man. They aren't creating enough out of their defense, and they know it. They know it. They've got to buckle down here, and with them more than anything, I think we'll get 3 or 4 guys playing and 1 guy breaking down, or 3 guys playing and 2 guys not, right? It's a you know, the defense has to be a 5-man together thing if it's going to be any good.
Well, you were saying the other day that when this team really focuses in on defense, that's where the extra gears come from.
Yes.
That's where
yes.
it comes from. Are you seeing more of that as time's going on?
I don't know if I am, but I'm seeing, you know, I'm certainly still seeing it in games.
It's
like,
still there.
Yeah, I mean, like the Memphis game the other night, right? We gave up 71 points to a team that scores 100 in the first half, and then we just absolutely locked them up. I think somebody told me the score was like 65-31 from the 2 minutes to go to the end of the game, right? And that's dominating on the road against a really good team. Do I want us to play that way more often? Yes, but I'm trying to evaluate if that's realistic, right? I'm trying to evaluate if that's realistic or not. Yes is the answer, but I gotta see if maybe our fourth quarter defense becomes a priority, right? First and foremost, then we start creeping it back a little bit, if that makes sense.
You had talked trying to get from 32 minutes
Yeah.
to 36 to 41. Are you seeing that progression?
I think so, Doug, a little bit. Again, it's kind of the same conversation here. I think that maybe I'm seeing a little less really bad play in the off moments, right? I think we're getting better shots and not turning it over quite as much, you know, those kind of things. So there's some, and again, some of those guys that are good shooters for us that haven't made any shots are starting to make a few, and again, that kind of keeps things ticking over too. So that helps it not look so bad.
What would a realistic good defensive game be? 38 minutes, 34 minutes, 42, like realistic?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say probably 36. Just if I had to pick a number.
Yeah, but that's the realistic part of it.
I had to pick a number. Yeah,
at
yeah.
a high level, and then survive those other 12 minutes.
Yeah, let's put it this way. 3 quarters, looking to extend that out. More than 36 minutes.
36 consecutive. Would you just take
No. It's 3 minutes to start on the road. No, I don't know what it is. We're trying to. You know, again. You want to play consistently, right? But again, I think you got to have some realistic thoughts on it too.